Today we're going to be talking about how to support your partner through pregnancy, because it has come to our attention that a lot of you are very neglectful of your partners during the pregnancy season, and you think of it as other women have gone through this and they don't complain the way you're complaining. But that's because they probably had a very supportive system around them. And I feel like the one we really overlook is the emotional support, because there's a lot of hormones involved. It's a new experience, it's a scary experience, and it would be so great if I had a partner who is able to empathize with my situation. If I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling like, my body, it's body dysmorphia, I don't like how I look anymore, I have very weird cravings and I'm feeling bad about having these cravings, I'm having all of these big feelings, I'm scared about the future, I am anxious. When I have Braxton Hicks, I don't know what is going on. There are so many emotional things. Your brain is always turning. Your emotions are different. 1 minute you like somebody, the next minute they sneeze the wrong way and you just don't want them in your vicinity. So there's just a lot that a pregnant woman is processing at one time. And the best gift you could give to them is just being an emotionally available partner. That is all. That's the greatest gift you can give to a pregnant woman, because you feel so validated. You don't feel like you're going mad, because imagine you're going through all of these things, you're having all of these insecurities and uncertainties, and nobody is validating you. No one is reassuring you and saying, babe, you look good, I love you, I appreciate you for carrying our child to term, I know what you're going through. These are the things, as a husband, as a partner, you should be telling to your pregnant wife or pregnant partner. So please, be emotionally available.
And I think emotional support also looks like asking her what she needs. A lot of people find it difficult to vocalize what they need until they are asked what they need. And as a pregnant woman, you're going through so much other stuff. You just need someone to ask you, what do you want? What can I do for you? Is there anything I can do for you? Trying to help with the lifestyle changes. Like me, when I had people are quitting to drink fish, you can't eat fish, you can't drink caffeine, you can't have alcohol, you can't. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So she's over there being pregnant, going through the motions of all the trimesters, and you're always bringing a boti of something and drinking right in front of her. That feels like you're not invested in her well-being. It's like unashumekia. There's no other word for it. You're teasing her and making her feel like, you're missing out on something. That's unfortunately how it will be received. So you being there and supporting her with the lifestyle changes, like, are we taking a walk so that you're feeling less less stuck in the house? What are we doing in the way of making sure that you are watching the right things, you are enjoying the right environments? How can I make this space good for you? That makes you feel so emotionally supported, and it is a huge plus on your part.
And another thing is physical support. I have so many emotions when I see a pregnant woman struggling, and I just want to ask, where is your husband? Where is the father of this child? Because it is so unfair for you to be pregnant and you're always tired, you're always going through something, and then here you are washing dishes and serving food to somebody who's just seated watching TV. That is such an unfair situation. So if you can, you come home and you find your partner overwhelmed by life, by surroundings. She dropped an avocado, she's not been able to pick it up. Instead of shouting and saying, why is this avocado that I left here in the morning still on the floor? Pick it up. Dishes. Why would you be quick to, kelelesha, argue with your partner about dishes in the sink?
Lash out on them.
When you know very well she's tired, you're very capable of washing these dishes. And also, with physical support, as Kathomi has said, with the lifestyle changes, if you're a smoker, you can no longer smoke in front of your pregnant wife or your pregnant girlfriend. Go outside, change location. It's just the small things that really make you feel supported. And it's the small things that a lot of people miss out on, and then there's just now resentment. And let me tell you, women do not forget the things you did or did not do when they were pregnant.
Absolutely.
They will hold it over you their entire lives.
Another way in which you can physically support someone is simply asking about, especially about sexual arousal. For different women, it happens differently. Some are more interested in it, some are more readily into it, but others are feeling, hey, I've grown a kakitambi now, I don't want you to touch me. Oh, my cheeks are looking chubby, like I don't feel like I want to be with you right now simply because I'm not very confident, or I just don't want to. Like, why are you bothering me? You know, I am tired, I have all these things going on. So it's very important for you to respect them and ask with a lot of intention. Hey, do you feel like this is something you can be able to do? And if so, or whenever you want to, please try and initiate, because I don't want to make it feel like I am being a bother to you. You know, it's very important. Like when someone is not feeling sexy, you're not feeling sexy at all, and then someone is over there trying to, hey, work your money. Let me tell you, you can slap somebody. You can, hormones imefika kwa mkono inashake hivi unapata tu umegonga. You know, not that physical violence is something that you're supposed to be promoting anyway, but like it can be very infuriating when they're pressing for an issue that you are really not intended to participate in, or you have no interest in whatsoever. So just have conversations around sex, you know. First trimester, she wasn't feeling it. Second trimester, ako huku ni moto tu inawaka. Please, that's the time to enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's bodies and whatever. When she's into it, she's into it. When she's not, she's not. Don't force the issue. Don't force. Don't force it.
And also the vice versa, you know, sometimes some men are a bit more cautious.
Yes.
So now you're treating your wife like an
like
egg.
yes.
My friend, stop saying that, oh, I will hurt the baby. Oh, the baby will see me.
Two different systems.
No, the baby is sleeping. Please.
Two
do your
different
thing.
systems.
But also in the same beat, also know your role in this pregnancy.
Yes.
Yes, you're not the one carrying this child. You're not the one who has to go through the motions. And I feel like because of that, some men will maybe distance themselves from the whole process. Please be part of the process, okay? Be part of the planning for the baby shower. Because what do you mean you don't know what you need? What do you mean you don't know the baby registry? As the partner, as the father of this child, how can you not know the baby registry? Also, define your role during the birth process. I would love to be in the labor room with you, babes. If you're comfortable, I would love to do skin to skin immediately the baby is born. Such initiative just shows that you care. It shows that you're in it. And I saw this podcast where this man got on a very alpha male podcast and said when his wife got into labor, he called the ambulance to the house, put the wife in the ambulance, and she went to hospital, and then he locked the door, put his phone on D&D and went to sleep because he no longer saw what was needed from him as a man. What do you mean? You want to say you left your wife to go to hospital alone and went back to bed because you were not the one physically giving birth? Do not be that partner. That is emotional neglect. That is neglect. That is grounds for divorce. That is abandonment. So don't get carried away with the waves on the internet and the podcast and the alpha male thingies. Be there for your wife, be there for your partner.
Agree on certain things, like did you go for the birthing classes? Because those are things to have conversations about just before, like, do you want to go to these Lamaze classes with me, the birthing classes, to know what happens, to know how you can prepare yourself? Can we read these books of what to expect when you're expecting, or what to expect when you're, can we read some of these books, have these resources together? Can we learn and teach each other how to change diapers? I've seen people making like whole, games out of it where you're timing each other on who can change the diaper the fastest, who can wash and put milk in the baby feeder, what do you call it, the bottle, the fastest. Like, you can make a thing out of it. It doesn't have to be these tedious, monotonous things that make people make it look like it's going to be. The realities are going to be very different, but you're still training yourself. You're still preparing yourself. Like, what wipes do we need? What do we need? How can we prepare the room? Is the crib ready? Are we planning on having the baby in our room or in another room? Like, all of these are conversations to have, because they will reduce the pressure that comes after the baby's here. When the baby is here, there's no time to start deciding at you, oh, do we need a crib? No, those are things that should have been done a long time ago. And I know some hospitals don't even allow for you to leave the hospital without a baby stroller in your car. Like, I know, I think Aga Khan doesn't allow for that to happen as well. You cannot leave. They will not allow you to leave with this baby if there is no stroller in that car and the baby is fastened in the stroller. Some of these things, preparing in advance is quite a beautiful thing. Plus, it eases your partner's mind. They're focusing on making sure they deliver the baby in health. You're making sure that when the baby is here, y'all can do it together, and it will be a partnership and teamwork. Because raising a child, is not easy. It's not easy.
And when the child is finally here, please be an active participant. You know,
Yes.
this is your child. This is your flesh and bones. So don't act like you're a babysitter. Please be an active parent. When it comes to feeding, when your wife is not feeding the child, you can feed your child. Change diapers. And I love, and I'll continue to say this, I love modern men, because the modern man is out here doing what he is supposed to do. And I know a lot of people get on platforms and congratulate them. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Why are you clapping for a man because he's changing diapers? It is what he's supposed to do. So I feel bathing, and I'll keep reminding you guys, for the first 3 months when my son was born, I did not wash that child because he looked like a fragile egg. That was my partner's job. He was more experienced. I was like, yeah, do your thing, man. Me, personally, I cannot. Just have, also, for you to experience such things, make sure you choose the right partner. That is all it comes down to. If you want a partner who is supportive, a partner who is an equal and treats things like he's not babysitting a child that he helped bring to this world, choose the right partner.
Very, very important that, yes, there's a lot of attention that's coming into your partner. People are keen on how you doing, have you eaten, have you da-da-da-da, have you da-da-da-da. This is during the whole pregnancy and even after the child is here. If you're feeling a little neglected, if you're feeling that people aren't taking care of you and aren't putting your feelings into consideration, this is important to have conversations about. Sit down with your partner and tell them, hey babe, I feel neglected in this way or the other way. How can we find balance? How can I be more present and you can show up for me as well? So that in as much as, yes, we're about to have a baby and be parents, we are still partners. We are still lovers. Before we are parents, we are lover. We are a buju. You know, it's very important to still keep the romance alive, keep the couple things alive. And how do we do that? By actively communicating our feelings, our emotions, our expectations, and so on and so forth. Otherwise, one person becomes very disgruntled. They start stepping out on the other one. Like, you'll hear the stories that happen. When she got pregnant, she became, or when I got pregnant, he became. It's important to have communication. Otherwise, you will always have issues. Communicate.
True that. I hope you guys have learned something. And I know it's raining. Resist the urge. Resist the urge to create children if you're not financially, emotionally, mentally,
spiritually, and
physically able to take care of these children. Okay? Please. My name